everybody. I'm Will. I play Dr. Parish.
Love that character.
Thanks. It's always fun to play characters that you love to hate. It's always really fun to play these guys that are kind of douchey and smarmy. There's a different kind of vulnerability to those characters than there are to the sweet, heroic characters. And it's really fun for me to play guys who, if I encountered in real life, I would want to have nothing to do with. The guys that are very much the opposite of who I try to be.
You find that gives you a lot of freedom to kind of express some of your inner turmoil, maybe with your inner life?
Listen, honestly, I've got a great life, so I don't really have a lot of internal turmoil. But it is really fun to explore consequence-free douchebaggery.
How was it coming into the Eureka family? I know you're coming in as an outsider. Was that an easy transition for you?
It really was, and the cast is entirely responsible for that. The casting crew, and I think Felicia will tell you the same thing, made us feel like we were family from day one. They all know each other really well, and they all have very tight relationships, and it would be very easy for an outsider to feel like an outsider. And they didn't do that ever. My very first day of production, Colin walks up and hugs me and said, "I'm so happy you're on the show. We're so excited for you to be here." And I was like, "I love you already." and we were immediately friends, all of us, and it's uncommon for that to happen, and it's a really terrific gift.
Character for like special moments for episodes. Are you going to be more reoccurring essentially?
Yeah, I'm in 7 of the 10 episodes in 4.5, so you'll be seeing a lot of Dr. Parish before we're all done.
What about the next season? I know there's better.
I've done a bunch of episodes in season 5 as well, and hopefully, if there's a season 5.5, there will be some Dr. Parish in that as well. Oh, thanks.
So can you tell us anything about maybe an extended arc that they've created for you, or are you just popping in and out?
No, I really can't. Can't tell you anything. I can't tell you that Dr. Parish, it's extremely important to Dr. Parish that he is chosen to be a member of the Astreus mission team, because it is absolutely the most important thing to happen in human spaceflight since the Apollo missions, and one of the most important things to happen to science maybe ever. And he believes that he has earned the ability to be on that mission. He believes that he deserves it, and more importantly, he believes that there are a lot of people who don't. And he wants to be on that mission, and he would really like to be on that mission in place of Fargo, because then not only would Parish win, but Fargo would lose, which means Parish wins twice.
Did you ever watch Eureka before you got the role on the show? And if you did, what was your favorite episode?
I crammed Eureka before I went on to the show. It was a show that I had heard about and known about for a long time, but it just never made it into my weekly habit. And when Amy asked me if I would be on the show, and I said I'd absolutely love to, would you please send me some episodes so that I can get an education in the show, because I know that this show is going to have a language, and it's going to have a tone, and it's real important, I think, that I know what that is, so that I fit in with everybody else. And she said, sure, and we had breakfast, and she gave me a stack of episodes, and I watched as many of them as I had time to watch, and I got it right away. I enjoyed the show right away. I really liked it by the second episode. By I think the third or fourth I watched, I was a fan for life, and I immediately added it to the DVR. Like, do not miss this show at all. And it's been great. It's like working on Big Bang Theory, working on Leverage, and working on McGill. I'm already a fan of these shows, and so I know the characters. I know what their relationships are, and I know what everyone expects from it. So I think it gives me. I don't know, it gives me a little bit of experience that maybe somebody who doesn't know what the show is about, it lets me kind of come in and stand on top of something. My learning curve is significantly shortened and flattened.
As an actor, is it like putting on a really comfortable character
your genes to go back to something that's sci-fi based?
Eureka's really different from the other science fiction I've done. It's because it's contemporary. And a contemporary show, we have to deal with, even though we're making technology that's fantastic and science fictional, it's grounded in reality because we're not 100 or 200 or 300 years in the future. So science fiction feels very comfortable to me, probably less because I worked on Star Trek when I was a kid than because I'm a huge science fiction fan. So I know the tropes, and I really know the language of science fiction. So it's more than putting on a comfortable pair of pants. It's putting on a comfortable pair of pants and going to the greatest amusement park in the world with a front-of-the-line pass.
What science fiction do you like? The fantasy science fiction or the more cerebral science fiction?
When I was a kid, I loved real hard science-based science fiction. I enjoyed military science fiction. The older I get, the more I enjoy space opera and pulp science fiction. I really like my stories to be fantastic, and the world sucks enough. I'm real happy to read something that's wonderful, escapist, and a lot of fun.
Really hard to get into your role, kind of family
No.
and they said, come on, Mom.
No, when I did All the Rage, Amy and Jamie told me that there was a pretty good chance that I would be doing more episodes if Dr. Parish kind of fit, and then Jamie came to me and said, yeah, Dr. Parish fits, so we'd like you to do more. And I was there's this popular misconception that an actor goes up to a show and goes, put me on your show, and they go, all right, here you go, and here's a dump truck full of money for you and a giant harem, thanks for being with us. And it just doesn't work like that. Sometimes you get lucky, and a show that I want to do wants to have me. And Eureka was one of those really wonderful marriages. Oh, thanks a lot.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I just noticed your shirt. I saw that.
Okay, I designed this.
I know, I read it on your blog.
You can get it at sharksplode.com. It's like Shark and Explode. Sharksplode.com.
Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
Yeah,
Your
right on.
investment is here.
I know, I get to meet him and Karen Gillan tomorrow.
Oh!
I get to be on the Nerdist podcast with them.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to seriously have a drink before.
That's a nerd.
Yeah. All right, thanks you guys.
Thank you.